Pyramids, truly the greatest structures ever made by humans. They captivate humans with their architectural magnificence, but for some pseudo-archaeologists, they are a goldmine of frauds and fallacies. Ancient societies, gods, aliens, all of them are intertwined in this narrative. Today, we will talk about Bosnian pyramids.
Bosnian pyramids, according to Amos, are the complex of 5 largest human-made ancient pyramids on Earth. They are located northwest of Sarajevo, near town Visoko in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Pyramid of the Sun, which is the largest among all Bosnian pyramids, is 360 meters high, which is twice as high as the Khufu's pyramid in Egypt. While maybe alleged ancient Bosnian societies built it long after Egyptians, but no, according to Osmanagic, Bosnian pyramids were built 12,500 years ago, which is a very long time ago compared to Khufu's pyramid, which was built just 4,570 years ago. Osmanagic starts his video by explaining that pyramids were everywhere in the world, not only Egypt and Mexico, and that they were in Bosnia too. He was the first one who discovered pyramids in Bosnia and did not accept that they were just natural hills. His argument is that these hills are sloped like pyramids and have 4 sides. He corroborates it by claiming that Bosnian Institute of Geodesy claimed that this pyramid has error of 0 degrees, 0 minutes and 12 seconds. As evidence, he uses testing of concrete on site by universities of Italy, Czech Republic, Slovakia and Bosnia, and that they all concluded these were man-made pyramids. Once he started digging eventually, he got approval of the Prime Minister of the country, who said that these structures are definitely man-made.
Well, we started digging in April of 2006, and the Bosnian Prime Minister came when he received the petition. He saw those rectangular blocks. He said, well, this is man-made concrete. He saw hundreds of visitors. He said, wow, this is good for the Bosnian tourism and economy. Dr. Osmanagic, keep digging, and don't worry about the jealous Bosnian scientists.
Both in the original video and another interview, he says that most pyramids were built using the knowledge brought by someone like aliens, just because the pyramids are so big. He also claims that pyramids conduct electromagnetism, which can be seen in the next clip.
Secondly, we can see that the Bosnian pyramids were about the energy fields and very specific frequencies of electromagnetism, of ultrasound, of negative ionizations, of orgone energy. So they had very substantial knowledge about the vibrations and energies. And today we don't even have the scientific instruments to measure all these energy phenomena. So they
Actually, Dr. Amos is not an archaeologist, but a Bosnian business owner. He is also an alternative historian and author of books about ancient Maya civilization, which you can see on the screen. As of now, he even has Bosnian Pyramids of the Sound Foundation Company, which funds his private excavations.
Now let's switch over to the historical context of the site. Bosnia is a small country and it survived many years of war. It seems like pyramids nowadays became a stimulus for Bosnian society who is still not sure over their national identity. And in a way, the Bosnian pyramids became a stimulus for Bosnian people to unite over their national identity. By making this claim, Dr. Osmanagic is able to get richer and more famous and now spread his propaganda even further in social media. Because the Bosnian pyramids become a tourist attraction, the local government also gets involved in it, and now they fund his excavation, which was mentioned by Osmanagic in his video. Furthermore, famous people visit the site, like Novak Djokovic, famous Serbian tennis player. So now we see that the infrastructure has improved over the years. The roads are being built, people start building shops around the pyramids and sell pyramid keychains, they sell charms, maps, all related to Bosnian pyramids. And lastly, we see that it's really good for tourism and people really enjoy that. Just take a look at this screenshot from Google reviews, and the person claiming that he really enjoyed this experience and a lot of people support it.
And to summarize the motivations of making such claims, we can see that it is made for fame, money both for Asmanagich and the government, and we can also see some colonial perspective into it, because we see that Bosnians were the ones who made the greatest pyramids on earth, if we accept this claim. And considering it's a small country, it would benefit them a lot. The claim was made in 2005. At the time when the claim was made, it was shunned by the archaeologists, geologists, and anthropologists. In 2006, Anthony Harding, the president of European Association of Archaeologists, wrote a letter to Times and referred to Asmanagich's claims as wacky. He was also concerned that Asmanagich actually destroys evidence of Roman and medieval times at these sites with his excavations. He started his excavation in 2006, but academics didn't approve it. In 2006, he also discovers Ravne tunnels, which he claims to be man-made. During excavation, Asmanagich reshapes one of the hills to look like stepped pyramid. In 2015, he now claims that pyramids are actually not 2,000 years old, but 34,000 years old, which is much, much earlier. In 2016, he creates an archaeological park at one of the hills for recreation.
Now let's talk about what is being harmed. I think archaeology as a science is being harmed because we create a precedent where we can shape the site to look like it fits the claim, and it is not really scientific. Furthermore, the history is being rewritten and the new past is being invented, and Bosnians might even believe in this past. We also shift the focus from Egyptians who were actually the masters of their craft, and now by accepting this claim they are not recognized as such.
Asmanagich still continues his excavations despite the academia rejecting him and his views on these hills. Tourism is thriving, and people give great reviews to the pyramids and the tours associated with it based on Google reviews. As you can see, it's 4.4 stars out of 5. To believe in the pyramids has become synonymous with patriotism, says Zilga Kojondik-Vajagic, a specialist of prehistory archaeology at National Museum of Bosnia. Even worse, Anthony Harding claims that due to the excavation of Asmanagich, some unstudied human occupation remains is actually being damaged, remains dated which date to medieval times. So he says that it would be tragic if it damaged real archaeological material.
In order for Asmanagich's claims to be scientifically correct, we need to find some physical evidence of people who actually built these pyramids on site. But so far, no tools, no mallets, no chisels, no sleds have been actually found. Even if these tools magically disappeared from the site and have never been found, and maybe some aliens took them, then there must be some evidence of people actually living on site, hunting, gathering, sleeping together, cemeteries, stuff like that. But so far, nothing has been actually found.
Furthermore, the geological evidence has confirmed that these pyramids are actually flatirons, a triangular landform that is formed by erosion of rock. And lastly, I couldn't locate the claims mentioned by Asmanagich, the claims of Bosnian Institute of Geodesy or universities of Italy, Czech Republic or Slovakia, confirming that these are actually man-made pyramids, so probably he lied. Many claims were made about the Bosnian pyramids from other archaeologists and scholars. For example, Stjepan Korik, a Bosnian geologist at the University of Vienna, Austria, said that the stone slabs at the site are just natural sediment chunks called breccia that formed 7 million years ago. They give the hill such a sloped look. Curtis Runnels, an archaeology professor from Boston University, was not persuaded by the arguments of Asmanagich, and he said that there were no such cultures that were capable of actually building these structures, and they only appeared 2,500 years ago. And lastly, the Brian Stewart, the assistant curator at the Museum of Archaeology at the University of Michigan, was worried about the damage that Asmanagich causes to the site. He sculpted the sides of the natural hills to look like they are pyramids, and because of that he actually stripped off the pieces of real archaeology from medieval times and even earlier periods that were actual artifacts.
The claim made by Osmanagic is similar to von Däniken claims made about the Egyptian pyramids that we discussed this semester. Just like Osmanagic, both of them believed that advanced civilizations helped ancient people build pyramids, and both employ the concept of the mysterious energy that channels within the pyramids. Both for von Däniken and Osmanagic, the pyramids seem to appear out of nowhere through the help of some cosmic entities. Both of them diminish the role of ancient people in history, like Egyptians who invented the technology and made the tools, and instead opt out for a new invented past that is heavily altered by aliens. Both of these claims have absolutely no proof that is accepted by the scientific community. There is no proof that pyramids in Bosnia are man-made or that aliens helped people build it. Just like there is no proof that in Egypt aliens brought some advanced technology to help Egyptians build pyramids, what von Däniken claims. Both of these claims are frauds and are based on absolutely unproven facts, which was shown in this video. And finally, it is clear that both these claims are mostly motivated by money and fame. For example, von Däniken's most popular book, Chariots of the Gods, has sold 70 million copies as of January 2017. And Osmanagic now gets a lot of money for doing his excavations or operating the archaeological park. Looking at comments under the original video, most people believe and support Osmanagic, and there are no counter-arguments in the comments. I tried writing a negative comment, and it got deleted shortly after. The Google reviews that I have brought up earlier can also be taken into consideration. It seems that people still believe Osmanagic's claims to these days. He used archaeology as a tool to gain influence and power, but archaeology is not a tool. It's a science that uses material evidence to support the claims, and until Osmanagic finds this evidence on site, at least a single piece of evidence, his claims will remain just pure fraud and fallacies.